What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Locked in Sports, bringing you my 5 best bets for today, Saturday, May 4th in the NBA. We're officially kicking off round 2 of the playoffs. Only one game being played today, and it's the Denver Nuggets versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Despite there only being one game, I actually really like a lot of the lines from today. I got 5 lines that I feel really confident in, which might seem really high, but I don't feel like it's that high considering that these teams have both played a whole series in the playoffs already, so we get data from that. They also matched up against each other a bunch during the regular season, and we got data from that. And it was a really interesting matchup because the Timberwolves actually won against the Nuggets a lot in the regular season, performed really well against them, and I don't think the lines really accurately reflect how these two teams match up. So lot there to take advantage of. Excited to delve into it. But before I hop into today's picks, got to hop into the recap. And before I hop into the recap, I just want to say that if you're watching these videos a lot, subscribe, turn on notifications. The sooner that you get the access to these videos, the sooner you see these videos, the better lines you will have. Lines like to change overnight, so trying to get these videos out a little earlier than usual so that you guys have access to the best possible lines during the playoffs. When there's just a lot to take advantage of. And as always, comment down below, comment your own picks, parlays, whatever you want to say, really. Just love seeing what you guys want to say in the comment section below. With that out of the way, let's hop into a recap of yesterday. And as always for the playoffs, I don't know the full outcome of every game yet. From what I do know, we had Evan Mobley hit for us. He had 0 turnovers. Awesome. Super sweat-free bet. Jarrett Allen didn't play, unfortunately. If he had, I think he would have gone over his points line, but out with an injury, so that pick pushes. Get our money back. It's all right. And so far, I know that Daniel Gafford didn't hit. He went really insane today, especially during the first quarter. Just performing better than he has in any of his playoff games recently. Unexpected. Kind of crazy. Good for him. Bad for us. It's going to happen. And still going on are our Luka Doncic pick, where he's looking like he might not hit for us, but game hasn't ended yet. I don't want to curse anything. So leave it at that. And James Harden, who could hit, could not. He's in a spot where he definitely could hit. It's just whether or not the Beard actually wants to play out the rest of the game when the Clippers are in a losing position. If he does play out the rest of the game, which I hope he does, I think he hits for us. But if he decides to be lazy, which I wouldn't be surprised at, then he might not. But with that all out of the way, let's hop into today's picks. For my first pick of the day, I'm taking the potential MVP of the league, one of the biggest stars right now, one of the great bigs of our era. It's Nikola Jokic for over 12.5 rebounds. Why? Well, the line is crazy, crazy low here. He's averaging 16.2 rebounds in the postseason. He's over this in 4 out of his last 5, and I get it. He's going up against the Timberwolves. They have Cat and Naz Reid and Gobert. They're great at rebounding, and they are, but so is Jokic. In the regular season, he averaged 1.2 fewer rebounds against the Timberwolves than he did normally. In the regular season, he was also rebounding just a lot less than he has been in the playoffs, and that's because, well, it's the playoffs. Players are taking it up a notch, and I think that this line is based off where Jokic was in the regular season rebounding, not taking into account how great he has been in the postseason. And yeah, I think this is a great spot to take advantage of this line. I really easily think that Nikola Jokic goes over 12.5 rebounds. Next up, I've got the other big star on the Denver Nuggets. Although, I don't know if it's fair to say the other big star because the team is just full of all-star caliber players. But I'm taking Jamal Murray for under 23.5 points. Crazy, I know, Jamal Murray under in the playoffs where he just hit those game winners against the Lakers, but here's the data. He's averaging 23.6 in the postseason, slightly over, but only because of that one really good game. He's under this in 4 of his last 5, and he averaged 17.3 against the Wolves in the regular season. I know I was just talking about how we need to look at the playoffs and players play differently in the playoffs versus how they do in the regular season. But if you look at how well Jamal Murray played against the Wolves in the regular season versus how well he played against other teams in the regular season, the differential there, he just was doing a lot worse against the Wolves. I don't see any reason for that to change. I think that overall he'll be scoring more in the postseason against him than he did in the regular season, but not enough to make up this margin. He's barely averaging above this line, and only because of one really good game. He's normally going under it. It's a bad matchup for him. It's just a really good spot to back Jamal Murray for under 23.5 points. For my third pick, I'm taking another player from the Denver Nuggets, one of my favorites, someone I love to bet on here on the channel. If you've been here since the beginning, you know exactly who I'm talking about because we took him all the time. He hit for us all the time, and I'm excited to finally take him again in the postseason. It's Michael Porter Jr. for over 17.5 points. He's averaging 22.8 in the postseason. Crazy. 5 points above this line. Wild. He's over in 5 of his last 5. Again, crazy, wild to have a pick where he's gone over in 5 of 5 every single postseason game. But how did he do against the Wolves in the regular season? Better than he did against other teams. Yeah, the Wolves have a really hard time shutting down Michael Porter Jr. I mean, come on. He did better against Wolves than he did against other teams in the regular season. I see no reason for that to change in the postseason. It's such a good spot to back MPJ. Yeah, the Wolves have a hard time shutting him down, and while everyone else on the Nuggets seems to kind of struggle against the Wolves, Michael Porter Jr. is the one guy that's not. I don't know why I'm so talking. This is a play that I would easily put 2 units on. Super, super proud of this pick. Love this pick. Michael Porter Jr. for over 17.5 points. Now to finally head over to the other side of the ball, I'm taking the long-lost son of Michael Jordan. I'm taking Anthony Edwards for over 27.5 points. He's averaging 31 in the postseason, well above this line. He's over this in 3 of his last 5. He had 3 really good games, 2 pretty bad games, but look, this is a game that really matters for the Timberwolves. The Nuggets are the favorites to win the West. They're one of the favorites to win the whole playoffs. And I think the Timberwolves know that if they want to beat the Nuggets, although they're a good team and they're a good matchup against the Nuggets, they need momentum to do it. If they want to beat the Nuggets in the playoff series, they need momentum, and it has to start now, and it has to start with Anthony Edwards. I think Edwards knows that. I think Edwards will be at the top of his game. I would not be surprised if this were his best scoring game in the postseason. It's that important for Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves as a whole, but especially Ant, to get off to a good start. So, from a stat perspective and from a game perspective and a player perspective, Anthony Edwards for over 27.5 points. For my 5th and final pick of the day, we can't take Kevin Durant. He's not in the playoffs anymore, but we can take Jaden McDaniels. And I'm taking Jaden McDaniels for over 13.5 PRA. He's averaging 14.3, 5.3, and 1 in the postseason. Well over this line. He beats his PRA line in points averaged alone. He's over in 3 of his last 4. He's only played 4 playoff games. 75% hit rate, averaging way above the line. Yeah, he had that one bad game, but come on. Jaden McDaniels has honestly been him quite a few times for the Timberwolves in the postseason. He's going to see minutes because he's a defensive monster as well. And yeah, I don't see any reason to not like this pick here. Easily locking in Jaden McDaniels for over 13.5 points. All right, those are my 5 best bets for today, Saturday, May 4th in the NBA. Really excited to watch this game. Really excited to see how this series kicks off between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Now, this is normally where my cutting room floor picks would go, but to nobody's surprise, we don't have any today. That's because, well, there's only one game. I found 5 picks I really, really liked, was really confident in, and they all made the main section of the video, so nothing to say here. Instead, I'll just use this time to say that, again, if you are watching these videos a lot, if you're making money off of them, if you're liking them, then subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like and comment down below. Really does help out the channel. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again, share the channel with a friend. If you have friends that also bet on sports, do them a favor, help them make some money, share the channel. Also helps me out. I'm aware that the channel, that YouTube doesn't like recommending sports betting content because videos that can only be watched once and only for a short period of time don't really fit their model. I will be making other content, probably on NFL, on fantasy, on drafts, on just stuff that I personally enjoy, and hopefully you do as well. But for now, sports betting being the main focus of the channel, YouTube doesn't like promoting me, so it'd do me a huge favor and it'd mean a lot if you guys just shared these videos with friends, help them make money, help me get the channel off the ground, and yeah. Thank you all for watching so much. Thanks for engaging with the channel and helping me out here. As always, comment your own picks, parlays, everything down below. Love seeing what you guys are taking. Love interacting with y'all down there, and I'll definitely be in the comment section more often. So yeah, have a good one, and let's make some money.